Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 6 signs, maybe 7, that you are going through a huge shift and upgrade in your vibrational frequency. This is something you probably already intuitively suspect, so I will say this video will hopefully serve at the very least as confirmation, validation for something you already know deep down. One very common quality of this shift is when you start to feel stagnant in your life. You start to feel like certain elements of your life are becoming more and more devoid of passion and meaning, and there's a growing emptiness and a sense that there needs to be a change. You know it, but you don't know what it is. And that's because you have changed. Your vibration has changed. And it's not that you're out of sync, it's your life is now, parts of it anyways, are out of sync with that newer vibration. This can play out in many ways, sort of like a macro and large scale kind of ways, like with a relationship or a career or where you live. And also in subtle ways, like maybe you're like heavily invested in a TV series, and you're like in the 4th season and you were just loving it, binge watching it. You probably watched the first 4 seasons in like 3 weeks, and now it's like, this is just like, it's just not doing it for you. Maybe the gym you go to for a time was perfect, and all of a sudden it's just like, you know what? You just like, you can feel it. It's not going smoothly. There's that, the feeling is gone. It's something missing with that. And again, you know that I gotta make some kind of change because I don't like feeling so blah, so bleak, so melancholy. But I don't know what to do. I don't know like what the move is. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes you get sick of this food and you're attracted to this food, and it's kind of immediate. With this vibrational shift, sometimes there's a bit of a limbo where you just start to notice initially that something's out of place, and then you're kind of in this void, like vacuum where you don't really know what to do. But that's okay. You will. The thing to do here is to let go of whatever's no longer serving you, create room and space for the new, and the new will always come in and surprise you, and it'll be wonderful. You might notice that perhaps things that were already fading out of your life there's like a bigger gap now, more distance. And I'll give an example of how this can play out. Many years ago, when I was going through like a lot of shifts, I started to a lot of my friends, my high school buddies, started to kind of phase out of my life. And it was kind of a natural falling out. And even throughout the years, I would go visit my hometown and catch up with them here and there. But it was like there was this growing distance. Well, when you go through a vibrational shift sort of abruptly, which many of us do from time to time, which a lot of us are now, I believe, that's why I'm making this video, there can be like a jump where you realize that this situation, this person, this old aspect of you is now even further away, almost completely non-existent. I had this happen with a really close friend of mine from my childhood. You know, it went from not talking every day to not talking every week to me moving away, and now it's like I sent him this message on Facebook and never got a response. And it's just like there's just nothing left there. And it's nothing to be sad about. We're souls on the move. We like to move about, especially those of you going through this rapid transformation, and you're going to have a lot of comings and going, but it's all due to the rapid ascension you're on, this rapid growth spurt. And whenever the old phases out, it's always appropriate for both us and them, even if it's not a person. And it's always exciting when the new comes in. Number 3 is you sense it. You sense that all of what I said, but then there's something inside of you that senses there are big changes coming up ahead in the near future. Like it's hard to almost picture your life a year from now, or 6 months from now, or 3 months from now. It's like, because you just know, you have that feeling of everything being kind of up in the air. And the reason you know this is because you have already shifted. You are already going through this shift. And the implications of that are a lot of big, more practical life changes. But your vibration is increasing. So any change that you will make, any big changes on the horizon are going to be big blessings, exciting new changes, literally all stuff to look forward to. Number 4, you might notice a temporary spike in anxiety. You're like, you know what? I've been doing all this self-help work, been seeing a therapist, reading all these books, working on myself, pushing outside my comfort zone, and I was doing good. I was on the up and up, and now, for no reason, not only do I feel like there's all these big changes up in the air, and my life is in flux, and old things are fading away, but to top it off, to boot, where's this anxiety coming from? This palpable, energetic anxiety that I could probably pinpoint in my physical body, triggered from a myriad of different situations that never used to produce the same feeling. What the heck is going on? A vibrational increase implies more awareness. And whenever you go through that, the vibrational upgrade happens first. And then it's like the totality of you in a practical sense goes through like a rearrangement process. Yes, with your life as we were discussing, but also just with your body, with your emotions, old traumas, just old energies that no longer are really in sync with this new vibration that you're now embodying. They have to kind of come up to the forefront and be released. You just are more clear, more aware, and can better discern any sense of dissonance. Just like a high-powered engine nowadays. They're very refined, many moving parts, and even a speck of dust can like throw off the whole symptom. And that's what's happening with you in your life. Your vibration is becoming very refined. So any little thing is going to stick out obviously. Again, a speck of dust can make a whole engine stop. So too with one unresolved, misaligned belief. It's gonna blast you with anxiety, or spill out into your everyday life. In some way, you're gonna attract to yourself the right circumstance or symptom that will make you look at this and refine yourself so you can enjoy your new vibration and live in more of a state of harmony. This next one I will say is intense waves of enthusiasm, excitement, joy, passion, confidence, optimism, connection that don't last very long. They come in these waves where you're like, whoa, all right, yes, this is what this is all about. And then you wake up and you're like, ugh, back to all the different stuff I was talking about. You're going through a shift, a transition. You're no longer comfortably where you were, and you've yet to refine yourself to a point to where you're going to be, where you're ultimately going to be, and you're in this middle zone, and there's the waves of the symptoms, the waves of the depression, the anxiety, and then the connection. So that's why I said I know you'll know intuitively something's going on, because you'll know something is going on with you. And if you're watching this video, if you resonate with this video or my channel at all, you'll know it's because you're evolving. You're raising your frequency yet again. You might feel pulled in many directions, like there are many possible doors to walk through, all equally exciting and appropriate, yet have no idea where to start or how to really do it all or manage it all. And yet the feeling in your body, like you got to kind of figure all this out. Like you almost like you feel like, all of that I can now see due to my spiked vibration. They're all representative of me, and I want them all. They're all me. They're all perfect. But I'm a bit confused and perplexed of how do I go about doing all this? These are sort of sometimes even contradictory paths that are now open and available. And it's not something you feel like you can wait on, even though you kind of have to. You'll feel like this urgency to kind of figure it all out and to reharmonize. It's like my wife. She's going through this period where she's rapidly coming onto this path of discovering her true path, her purpose, the reason she came here. And she's finding it's a lot of things. She's got this genuine joy for shamanism and like ayahuasca and San Pedro and magic mushrooms, and she likes to do these ceremonies. It's badass. She goes and does these ceremonies. She's also really like binge watching these summits and like webinars and stuff pertaining to like essential oils. And she's also having people say, you got to be a healer. And she's signing up for Reiki classes. And she's like got all these different things. And she's a mother of 3. She's married to me. There's a lot that she feels strongly compelled to do, but doesn't really know where to begin yet. If this is you, be patient. Ignore that urgency. It'll only drive you bananas. And trust that you will be led, or you will lead yourself to the logical first step. But when you go through a big shift in vibration, again, you become aware of a lot of new things that relate with you and are associated with you. But this vibrational spike will sort of settle in, and you'll go back into a normal way of going through life, and all the pieces will fall together in perfect timing if you're patient and allow them to. And lastly, you might find yourself attracted towards higher vibrational stuff. This could be food. You might find that you're lightening up your diet. You're becoming temporarily sensitive to heavier, more dense foods. You might be temporarily sensitive to your environment. You want to come out here in nature like me. I've been coming out to the mountains a lot more. And this could you just might be going through practical rearrangements in your life, just gravitating towards like a higher vibrational activities, books, movies, music, etc. And that doesn't mean if you stopped listening to your favorite hard rock band, it's something you'll never pick up again. You probably will. But when you're going through this shift, it just feels better to live more of a high vibe lifestyle as you are kind of going through this adjustment period. But nonetheless, whether you're experiencing anxiety or emptiness or a longing to do 27 things all at one time, knowing that your life is up in the air and you don't know where it's heading, big changes are on the horizon, the rug's been ripped out from under your feet and you have no idea what the heck's going on, you can rest assured, if you're still watching, then you're just going through a big shift, dude. Nothing to worry about. Rather, it's something to get extremely excited about, because these shifts don't happen to this magnitude all so often. And it's a blessing to be on the up and up while the potential and window is open. So take advantage. Be cool. Like Fonzie, stay patient. Stay trusting. Remember who you are. All of what I just said, you already know.